Hi, this is Tim from latest3dsgames.com, and as promised I'm bringing you some a little bit of guidance for Super Pokemon Rumble on Nintendo 3DS, and just show you a little bit of gameplay as well. So let's just get straight into it. It's a bit delayed because of a few upload problems, and I've basically had to re-video it. So I've had a little go on this game, and it's from an original WiiWare game which has been expanded and brought out obviously in 3D onto the Nintendo 3DS. It's a pretty fun game. It's pretty simplistic. Just basically go around befriending Pokemon, building your team up, battling Pokemon in different arenas, and you can build up a big force of Pokemon and take on team battles and all sorts of things like that. Like I said, lots of fun, but it is a little bit simplistic. So I'm just going to give you an outline. There's a couple of fairly basic moves for each Pokemon which can be upgraded. Some actually only start out with one, and as you can see you have lots of little towns, and I've got a Pokemon there, and we'll just find out a bit more about him by showing you some of the screens. I'll straighten up my screen at the same time, which is a bit wonky. Just bear with me a second for that one. Okay. So that's Pampor, and you can see there's his power, and you collect different Pokemon as you go along, befriending them in different areas. And if I show you the bottom screen, I'm going to completely wreck my view, but it'll give you a better idea. So these are some of my Pokemon, and you start off with pretty limited ones, but as you progress you befriend more and more powerful ones, and you can acquire different moves for them as you move from town to town, and you can buy different moves for them as well. And they've got two basic moves, most of them, and like I said, you can get better ones as you progress. So we'll just have a little look at the gameplay now as I just try and realign my screen. We will take a wander over here. So just wander from town to town. There's a meadow. You can attack Pokemon if you want, and as mine's quite powerful, quite easily defeat the lower powered ones. Just give you an example. So this is one of the early forests, and I've got no other moves for him. No, we've only got one move, I think. Okay, so you can check the Pokemon on the different areas, and you're thrown from screen to screen via the little jumping mats. And although my Pokemon is quite powerful, he's I think I've only got one move on him at the moment. And it's pretty easy to avoid the simpler Pokemon, and then just jump into the next part. And what I'll do is I'll just quickly, as we wander through here, I'll manage to stun my Pokemon. What we'll do is we'll switch him, I think. So we're going to have Pansage, and he's got a couple of different moves, I think. So shall we have him? We wind him up with the Wonder Key. Now he's got quite a nice move where he confuses the opponents, and then he just drains all their energy. It's one of my favourites so far. And these are the Pokemon you can, I picked these ones up already, but there are a whole bunch of Pokemon that you can pick up along the way, and you pick up more powerful ones as you progress. So I'm going to pretty well leave it there, and I'm going to show you a little section of the Battle Royale, and we'll add that on now to this video. Okay, and this is what happens when you get to the end of a little section. You'll get like a little mini boss battle or something similar, and we will take him out very briefly. And I don't think he's going to take much more of that, although we completely missed him on that occasion. And that's the end of that. And you'll collect him obviously as well. So let's go on to have a bit of a battle. Okay, and we're now at the first Battle Royale stage, and just adjusting my camera again. We'll just give you a little taster of that. Last Pokemon standing, basically. And then we'll leave it there. And literally it's a bit of a free-for-all, and just get out of the way of most of them and drain away their energy, and it won't take too long, I wouldn't have thought, to defeat him. So this is the first Battle Royale, to be honest, so it is easier, although I've fallen asleep I think, have I? As you can see, it is a little bit samey, this game, although you can obviously get better moves, and you can have team battles, and you get a massive team battle fight between the two teams. And there's also a two-player local multiplayer, but unfortunately no online options, so it's quite fun. There are a few graphical glitches in the game, with some overlapping colours and things, and not quite sure why they didn't fix those, but nevertheless, doesn't really spoil the game. And like I said, it's quite a fun game, but I can see it getting a little bit boring after a while, doing the same kind of thing all the time, although it is quite fun progressing through the different levels. So we're going to leave it there, and this has been Tim at latest3dsgames.com. Thanks for watching.